Misty, and we're going to be looking at the month of January. Just so you guys know, I do have some private sessions available on my website. Let's see what the cards are doing. If you want to check that out, I do business intuitive readings, palmistry, all sorts of stuff. So, also have some events going on in the Southeast, and I would love it if you subscribed. New to the whole YouTube thing. So, okay. So, we're going to use some tarot, the shamanic healing oracle, the sovereign sisters, and possibly the angel deck. We'll kind of see what wants to play with us today. So, we're looking for Aries, January 2020. We're going to be looking at the full moon, and we're going to be looking at the new moon and the energies around those two. And then we'll kind of see what other messages that we have going on. Those do not want to mix like that. So, Aries, January 2020.
And also illusions, which is like a follow-up kind of approach to it's not really.
Aries. Oh, we got some flying out at us. Oh, wow. So there's been some sort of long transition that you guys seem to be in around going towards some dream. You know, I see a lot of career stuff taking place, and that definitely makes sense with this 4th, 10th house stuff that you have going on. Your Saturn Pluto conjunct is in the 10th house. So that's a lot of stuff around work. It's kind of good to know what's going on there. That's a big cycle. So I think it's good to also, we can pull some cards on that and see what is going on. These cards are crazy today. Crazy. Okay. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. So this is our Aries. Let's just start with one card here. Oh yeah, you guys are ready to set out on a new adventure for sure. For sure. I see some energies and like it's almost like some helpful energies have been blocking whoever I'm tuning into, and like the movement forward has also been blocked. I have so you've got the Page of Wands, very first thing, and then you got the Knight of Pentacles, followed by, I mean, just a lot of horses. He's like jumped on his horse with movement forward, but it's covering and crossing you. And we're doing just like a traditional Celtic cross. Again, I'm seeing this weight that's had to take place, that's blocked from success. And I'm seeing, so we're starting right here. I'm going to start with this full moon lunar eclipse. And we're also going to be looking at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, all that's taking place at that 4th, 10th house, and see where that is. It's headed. Yeah, so they're really, and you really had to go inward to really look at the situation. So the 4th house really represents your home life. The 10th house is your career and what's happening in your career here. And so with these two in the past, there's been this waiting that you've had to take place. And maybe some of you have even been waiting and been single for a while, waiting and studying, waiting and, you know, even feeling like away from the social life. So there could be a transition of that coming up. There's a lot of good memories, especially a lot of good things at home. And really this is going to be about, really you're going to be looking at balance. Balance is going to be so important during this. And I see a new pathway and a complete change coming up for you guys. Congratulations. And you're really looking at where your struggles have been around work and around home, and what has kept you outside of the light and kept you from stepping into your power. Kept you from stepping into where you want to go. And there's definitely a new pathway. This new pathway looks like it could be, I mean, some of you might even move. I definitely see somebody moving. But this new pathway really looks like it's around home and work and career. It also can be around where you live as well. And you've been struggling quite a bit and feeling like you're outside and away from the light. And even maybe some of you have some poverty mindsets that you're really working on during this period. And I see that this is an opportunity to really change those poverty mindsets, change the way that you've been looking at things, and start coming to it from a higher perspective. I mean, this is great. This is your overall card, is the Wheel of Fortune card. And you also have the Temperance. So that's heading you towards a much more balanced perspective. This change and all of this stuff that's happening is a much more balanced perspective that you have going on. And so that's really, really beautiful as well. And I do see somebody possibly from the past with the Six of Cups up here coming in. That could be right around the middle of the month, possibly. So we're going to pull a couple cards on the full moon, and then we're going to pull a couple cards on the new moon, and we'll move into looking at the new moon. This is the Shamanic Healing Oracle. Really love this deck. It's very simple, but it's very powerful. So you're really being asked to follow the signs and know that some of the things that are a burden, Saturn's our taskmaster, right? So he is always asking us, you know, are we willing to work for it? Are we willing to carry the heavy load? So are you following the omens? I mean, I feel like you're getting things, you know, here's this balance between night and day again, and you setting out on this journey of finding this balance. And there's going to be little, it's almost like you're riding down the road and there's those little, what are they, the little bumps on the side of the road thing, and you hit them, you're like, oh, okay, back to the center. Okay, back to the center. And so you have these kind of like barriers on the side of these warning signs, these red flag signs, for when you hit those to come back into the center, bring it back into the center again. And then you have this Ant card, and the Ant card, it comes with burden, but I'm really feeling that this is a positive burden. This is a positive thing to carry. It might feel like a lot. I mean, for some of you, it might be too much. Maybe you've overcommitted. Maybe you've made the decision to, you know, overcommit at work or overcommit at home, or something's happening and you need to rearrange and look at what that burden is. And for some of you, this burden needs to be carried and needs to be grounded in. And this is really bringing different areas of your life all together. Bringing different areas of your life and really revitalizing your life as things move forward. Okay. I think now what we're going to do is we're going to pull on the new moon. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer read. I think it's going to be really good. And I'm just going to pick all these back up. And we're going to do another Celtic cross for you guys, because that's really what I feel I want to do here for my Aries in the new moon, and see really what's going on with them. So Aries, new moon, January 2020. These cards are crazy. I guess I feel like the disappearing Tarotists. Okay. Yeah, so what do we got going on here? Oh, yeah. So somebody's having an ending, something from the past, some sort of restriction is getting lifted for you guys. There's that lunar eclipse, the Saturn Pluto energy, and that stuff that's creating that new area of you stepping into your power and all of that. That's going to take a few months. That energy is not going to just jump right in. It's really going to take a few months for you guys. So the new moon is taking place in the 11th house for you. So really, new moon, Aries, January 2020. New moon, Aries, January 2020. Okay. This is my Aries for the new moon. Upside down. Oh my goodness. You are the Empress. I mean, things are rich. The land around you is rich. I almost feel like this is very like societal, like being in society, experiencing things in society. I'm seeing a lot of love energy come in. For those of you that are single, definitely there's just like an opportunity with somebody that's coming in, and there's some decisions that could be made. Anybody, I would say also, though, there is some stuff around a court case or something like that. If somebody's facing a court case or something, there's a little bit of a warning here. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a warning there for somebody that might be doing that sort of thing, or yeah. And there's all these areas where it feels like the energy has been going into a lot of different areas. There's even maybe a little bit of travel, and really playing in society and having a lot of fun. And there's been areas where you have felt like restricted and you have felt stuck. And it's been pretty strong where you felt stuck. And those areas are starting, it looks like they're starting to lift up for you guys. Yeah, lift up for you guys. And I think it's going to start with being a little bit alone, and then there's going to be this inspiration, this love. It might even be somebody is loving you or sending love towards you that's happening. And there's a little bit of like indecision, like you're not sure which way to go, you're not sure which direction to go, but I see that you're able to actually make the decision. And I do see a death of the old life. And so stay focused on the positive here, because there could be this tendency to see the negative. So stay focused on the positive around this new moon. And if you have somebody from the past that comes back in your life, there's a karmic tie here of really wrapping up some of the things that have been going on in this relationship and having a good opportunity to really look at it and clean it up from a really higher perspective, but being honest with yourself and following your own intuition as these emotions are flowing through. This is to somebody very specific, and I'm not sure who, but as this opportunity of love is being handed to you, some of you, might be somebody different here, some of you are unable to actually see it as a good opportunity that it is. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And let's pull a couple of these on our new moon. Yeah. We got a death card twice here, guys. Yeah, we got the death card twice here. This is interesting. Again, there's this ending. There's this ending. There might be somebody that, or like a group of people that this Saturn Pluto is really going to show you that this like certain community, this certain way of being, this certain, I mean, I even want to say like old paradigm patriarchal sort of energy. There's a need to end it. You know, I'm also seeing that this ending brings about balance and healing for you, and it's all about perception of what you feel balance is and the conditioning that brings in balance. Your next two that you have are perception. It's got a yin yang. So here's this, you know, black and white, and they're dancing together to look at their perceptions of the way that they see duality. And so there's really some deep learning through duality, which is the other. Duality is when it's the person that you're attracted to, it's through the friendships, it's through the community that reflect back to ourselves, aspects of ourselves that we need to work on and we need to grow. So this is a huge period of time of taking back the power for you. Let's see if there's any healing messages, anything that is healing, any guidance for them. There's really this taking back the power again. Taking back the power, and know that there's comfort available to you, there's help available to you and around you as you go through some of these changes, some of these heavier burdens. It is taking you to a better place. Trust that. But you know, make sure you're balancing this work home life stuff. Thank you. Yeah, and if you're feeling sensitive to energies or emotions, if you're feeling like there's a lot of stuff that you are having to feel your way through, take that time to really go inward and spend the time with yourself. That's really needed. Last one. But yeah, and so there's an order to what's happening, even if you can't really tell what's happening. If it seems like why, and you feel almost victimized, or you know, there's a sense of leveling the playing field, of, you know, rejection actually being protection for you. So keep that in mind as you move forward, Aries. So, all right, Aries. Some of you might have a twin flame coming in. That card just popped out. Well, that's exciting. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, thank you for watching the video. I hope that you guys got some value out of it. And please subscribe, hit the like button, give me some love. If you want to book a private reading, I am available as well. And my website's down below and how to contact me. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon.